Think I'm satisfied? Heck no, I'm never satisfied. I'll go ahead and swap button icons when editing. Now here's my problem. All right, I edit this thing. I've made some changes. I'm thrilled with them. I want to just hit enter. Oh, cuss. A new line? What? No. I want to save when I hit enter. No good. No good at all. What can we do about this? Anybody know? When something happens, do something. What do you suppose? Maybe hitting a button on the keyboard counts as an event that we could listen to? And then we could make that also save it? You bet. Look at our old friend MDN. And we have keyboard events. With all kinds of stuff here. So how do we listen to those? What are the events? Key down, key press, and key up. When the key is first depressed, the key down event is sent. If the key is not a modifier key, like Alt or Control or Shift, the key press event is sent. When the user releases the key up event is sent. So key down and key up happen no matter what the key is. Key press happens only if it's not like Control, Alt, Command, Shift, stuff like that. Enter is not one of those. Enter is a button that does something by itself, not just as a modifier to another button. So key press should be fine. Key down would also work. So let's listen for that. So when we first we could do this a few ways. When we start listening for all this stuff, I could also listen for that. It's not one of these actions, so I'm going to maybe put it above this list. Here I'm messing with other stuff with item, or with dyno name, I mean. Maybe I'll put it up here. It's item query selected dyno name again. Or we could save that to a variable and reuse it. .add event listener. The event this time is key press. When that happens, I want to call a new method that I'm about to write. I will call it save on enter. I will bind it to this. And you can go ahead and pass the dyno in as an argument as well. We may need that. Save on enter. All right. Yeah, maybe this should go above that, I suppose. Render list item, frankly, is getting a tad long. It's pretty tempting to extract out the part where I add the event listeners, but we won't do that right this second. All right, so I called it save on enter. It once again receives the dyno and an event. The event this time is a keyboard event. So what can we do with that? Let's console log the event. Refresh. Make it editable. Put our key in there. Press enter. Here's the event. Is trusted true. Key, capital E, enter. If I hit something else, like an S, key S. So I need to check to make sure it's enter. Looks like I can just check this key property. If we look at the documentation here, it tells us all about keyboard events. And one of the things it tells us is that it has a property called key. Returns a DOM string representing the key value of the key represented by the event. Let's click through on keyboard event key here. Okay. If the press key is a controller special character, the return value is one of the predefined key values. Predefined key values, let's check. Alt graph, caps lock, control, FN, blah, 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 blah. Enter. So capital E enter is actually in the standard, so we can rely on that being the case. It's not just like Chrome for Mac that puts a capital E enter. That's in the standard. So if we look at that, if event.key triple equal enter, then we console log it. Maybe otherwise nope. Refresh, start editing, press enter. There it is. Press another key. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, very good. So, we don't really need a console log nope. What do we do if the key is enter? Well, saving won't do us any good yet because that thing is still not updated. We need to do all this stuff again, right? So maybe we could just call edit dyno. But then the event isn't the right thing, right? So let's see. Let's start pursuing that idea. Let's call this dot edit dyno. Pass in the dyno and the event, even though it's the wrong event. We know we'll get an error of some kind. Click edit, that's fine. Hit enter. And said cannot read property class list of null. Because these things aren't the right thing. Because event current target is now the span, right? That's the thing that you press the keyboard on. So we're going to have to change this a little bit. We could okay, the list item, we can get that the same way, right? The closest flick, whether it's the span or the button or the icon, is going to be the same. Name field, that should work. List item query selector. So then for button instead of event current target, maybe we just look inside the list item again. List item dot query selector. And that's the edit button, right? So class of edit, class of button. And then we can look for the icon the same way. So as long as we find the button that way, that should be fine. We just can't rely on current target because it could be one of two different events. Refresh. Hit enter. It did the thing. I didn't actually make any changes though. What if it's ye royal Stegosaurus? Enter. Heck yes. Refresh. It took. Yeah. UX, baby. What a delightful user experience. I kind of think fave should be right next to edit. So I'm going to put it there. And what if we say fave button and add the class warning? That's one of the colors in Foundation. I like that better. It also breaks up that sea of blue. Cool. Roar. La roar. Excellent.